Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Connor Everything, and today I'm going to be covering this Advanced Wars match that I play. That's in the first round of the first Advanced Wars tournament that I've ever played in. This tournament is called the Egg Cup Season 2, and it's hosted by the most well-known Advanced Wars YouTuber, and he goes by the name of Mangs. It's a tournament for everybody, beginners and really experienced players. They'll match you up against basically what skill set you are, and you'll have 3 lives to make it through however many rounds it takes. There's something like 700 players signed up for this tournament. So it's going to take a long time, and it's going to be over a lot of rounds, considering you have 3 lives to play with. So I don't know how they're gonna end up doing it, but this was my first game on this tournament, and it was a pretty good one. I think I played it very well. My opponent, like I said, was the same rating as me, and he was pretty good. His name was Punk Rocket, and he was very good. So without further ado, let's kind of get into the champions, the COs that we were playing. This game was played on, this map is called Botanical, and it was the winner of a contest that Mangs held for, it's just a map design contest. It's really cool. Each team will start with a lander, and from this factory you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means you can do anti-air and tanks from 2 factories a turn when the lander is, just landed, and then you can shuffle them over and front switch like that. So, you'll see he caught me really off guard because 1 second he had 2 tanks up here and I was all up in his grill, and I was like, man, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He loaded them right in and dropped them right off, and I was kind of floundering. I didn't really know what to do. And then he taught me exactly how to use the lander mid-game, and then I used it to pretty good effect. So let's get into the game. So, this is another mirror match. I know that I say I don't like mirror matches, and I also don't like playing anything that's not Fog. I'm a Fog player. I think that's the true way to play the game, but I think this whole tournament's just going to be standard. So we're going to be able to see each other's moves, react to each other, and yeah, that's basically it. So, in this game, we are each playing Jess. Jess this is a Tier 4 match, so they only allowed Tier 4 COs. Jess is a Tier 4. Excuse me. She's a Tier 4 because I believe of her day-to-day. So her day-to-day is vehicles gain plus 10 attack, pretty good. But all other units, including her foot soldiers, which is the big thing, lose minus 10 attack. The other thing that's really big about the minus 10 attack is battlecopters. In this game, there's a pretty viable strategy that's battlecopters, anti-air, tanks. You can win a lot of games just rotating battlecopter, anti-air, tank. Maybe one turn you can make a tank and an anti-air, the next turn you make a battlecopter and a couple infantry. Next turn, go back to tank, anti-air, and so forth. Those 3 units will give you all the coverage you need. The battlecopters can take out medium tanks and neo tanks. The anti-air, of course, take out enemy battlecopters, and tanks will take out anti-airs threatening your battlecopters. So that's the strategy, and with her minus 10% attack to her battlecopters, that can get pretty dicey in games where battlecopters are really important. So it was Tier 4. We both decided to go Jess. Running around with 10% attack to vehicles, it's pretty good though, and I think she's a pretty good pick for Tier 4. Her CO power is one of the best in the game. Turbocharge. Vehicles gain +1 movement for only 3 stars, and their attack is increased an additional 10% to 20%, and then all units resupply. I mean, it's a nice perk, but you're not going to be using it that much. It's good. I like how Mangs describes it. He describes it as if you're really ADHD and you're playing against a Drake who will drain half of your fuel, and you get the blinking fuel icon. Yeah, it's kind of nice to have around. Just refuel. There are some maps where you can drive a black boat, like basically around the whole map, and just dropping off infantry, and you don't want to take a turn in the port, and you can run out of fuel, so it could be nice for that too. And their super CO power is really good as well. Vehicles gain +2 movement, and their attacks increase to 40%. All units resupply fuel and ammo. And this is really good in Fog, where you can catch your opponents by surprise, but I was counting a lot this game because I knew exactly where his tanks were. I said, okay, if he pops turbocharge, he can go this far. If he pops overdrive, he can go this far. So that's, you know, a big difference between Standard and Fog, is you can really calculate exactly what your opponent's going to do. All right, so now that we've introduced who we're each playing, let's get into the match. It was a good one. I'm gonna restart this over. Okay, here we go. So day one, it is my turn. Very standard opening for both of us here. I like what I like on this map is that there is a one turn infantry 1, 2, 3 away, and you can just start capping the you can basically start capping both these properties right away. It just makes the game go quicker. It's more fun. Less choices to make right off the bat is more fun for me. Here we go. We're going factory, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna grab this airport early, possibly just get out some early battle copters, because look, it would take me 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to get this anyway. Why not grab the airport early? It's the same amount of movement. Okay, he goes more infantry, moving out. He mimics me. Good move. Okay, now I got 3 factories to work with. Still early game though, so I'm just gonna pump out more infantry. Jess infantry are weak, so as the game goes on, it's tough to justify building them when you could be building even like a recon. But you need infantry for your capture game and to take advantage of when you're in an advantage state. So I build a lot of infantry on Jess early, and then like I was talking about with Max in the Fog with a 2 factory map, just focus on keeping my infantry alive throughout the rest of the game. Let's see what he does. Yeah, he mimics me as well. Let's see if I set the tone here. And I was like, I could go, you know what? You know what? I remember thinking, oh, you're about to see a really, really bad move. I was so disappointed. I was like, well, I'll just grab these. I'll basically go all the way up here, and I don't know what I was thinking. I should have grabbed this property. That is what I should have done. That was a mistake. And then I go here, and I said, okay, I'll have one guy go here, and then right after I unloaded him, I went no, because I'm so stupid. I wanted to unload him here. It was a misclick. This guy will go get this. This guy will get my comm tower. This guy was supposed to get this. And I kind of went, all right, the game's over. Like, he's going to be ahead of me in income, and my capture game's going to be all off. And I was like, great, I just blew my first game of the tournament. But we will see how I make up for my mistake, if I do. So he did the correct thing with his lander, except he didn't unload. I'm guessing he will. Yeah, he will at the end of his turn. So he did the right move. He is currently ahead of me, and he goes tank. And when you're not in Fog, you're like, okay, great. I see that you went tank. I think I have accrued enough gold because I went before him, and I've been steadily accruing more gold because I went first. I've been capping properties, and now I can go double tank. This is when I kind of felt right away that I'm already kind of ahead of him, because I know next turn I don't believe he's got 3,000. And then he's got 10,000. So next turn he's only going to have 1,300. That's not enough for double tank. I'll be able to afford a tank next turn. I'm up 2 tanks to 1 on him. I think that was I think that was a pretty good play. I don't think he should have gone tank until he could make another one to back it up. So now I'm up 2 tanks to 1, and you'll see the immediate pressure I'm able to apply because of this. He rolls out, pulls his lander back, and then goes another tank as he should. But now we're tied on tanks, and I'm in a pretty big advantage state here. He opened up tanks first. I followed, and now we're tied. And I haven't even made tanks yet. So, pretty good. So far, so good. Yeah, I mean, these are all pretty basic captures. Should have done that a long time ago. And now look at the absolute runaround I had to do to get this property. So if you watch this map a lot, you'll see that this actually is not my property. This is the enemy's property. You have three factors right here. Look at how far away this property is. This is not mine. This is not his. This is mine and this is his, and you'll see itself work. You'll see it work itself out eventually. Alright, I get rolling. I'm just pushing across the whole map. Ooh, and then I base skip. Why did I base skip? I had 3,000 left. I honestly think I just forgot to buy infantry. That was a very big mistake. I don't think I was calculating anything. Oh, I was calculating next turn. I think maybe going double tank. I think that's what I was saying. You know what? Next turn I'm gonna save up and go double tank. That's probably what I do. If I don't, that was just a mistake to not buy infantry there. Pretty standard troop movement. And then he brings his tank down, and I'm like, ooh, okay, so now the fighting's about to start. I didn't catch that he did this the first time. I thought maybe he just drove it down here because I watched it asynchronously and I didn't view the replay. So he catches me by surprise doing that same maneuver next time. Okay, so he opens up. So I was gonna go double tank, but he builds a battlecopter. So now I'm like, well, there goes my double tank. I need to build an anti-air. Without building an anti-air to put immediate pressure on that, that battlecopter is gonna get a lot of free shots. Okay, moving out, and I move. So I move this in range of the tank but not this tank. So move this in range of this tank, and then back it up with this tank. I say, okay, you want to get a shot at me in the forest. We're going to trade pretty well because I have more defense stars than you. And then I get a clean hit with my tank, and then look, I'll get another cleanup shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll get a cleanup shot with my third tank, and you only have 2. Now, here we go. Anti-air as close to the action as possible, and then just get some more infantry on the board. I think I'll pick him up and shuttle him over next turn. He goes a pretty standard cap route. Yep, he's getting all his properties. I'm getting all mine, and he's kind of going, "Hey, that's mine." And I'm going, "I guess it is yours. I don't know what I was thinking." And he's pretty close to my comp tower. That's not good. But he's got no tanks in the area. He's got no backup. It's just an infantry fight, and those can get pretty stally and just take a long time. So I'm not too worried about it. Grabs it. It just boosts his infantry. This is a quirk of Advanced Wars by Web, if you don't know. You can load an infantry in here, and on the same turn, spit it back out. That's called boosting. Everybody complained about it, saying, that's not how you're supposed to play the game. And then the site took it away, and then everybody said, wait, bring it back, because it adds a tiny level of fun to it that's not present in the normal game. So they brought it back. There we go. And then, yeah, he knows my tanks are down here. Maybe he should have flown it closer to the action. And I remember turning my game back on and going, oh, he just took the bait. Look, 7 to 5. I have 2 healthy tanks. He has a 7 and a 5 tank. No other tanks in the area. I'm like, yes, please. And I drive this up here. If he wants to come hit me with his battlecopter, I'm just gonna hit him with my anti-air, and that's gonna be an 800 to 900 trade, and he's gonna get, a little bit off, but his battlecopter's gonna be gone. Yep, and look, now I got 3 tanks to his 4 tank. He could get a clean shot off with the battlecopter, but at what cost? I'm gonna take it out with the anti-air. Grab that property. Here we go. Pull back. Yep, and then this is mine. I'm sure here. And then I was like, okay, even if you want to interrupt that. Even if you want to interrupt this, I'm going to take out your copter, or I'm going to just smash an infantry with my anti-air or healthy tank right here. So I'm definitely feeling in control right now. Cover up my comm tower. Do not want to lose that early. That would not be fun for early fighting, or for the game in general. And then I go double tank. I have, like I said, Jess battlecopters. Minus 10% attack. Why would I do that if I know I can take care of this battlecopter and my tanks are just going to hit him harder anyway? 2 tanks is worth more than just 1 battlecopter, and I know it's not equal, but if I can build 2 tanks, I'm going to build 2 tanks. And then, yeah, it takes a shot on the road. Yeah, I mean, that's really good damage. No lion. That's just really good damage. He goes for the interrupt. I mean, it's a good interrupt. It's going to take a lot of things away. Ooh, 4 versus 3, and he takes me out on the road. That's pretty good. And suddenly I'm starting to feel like, whoa, I am getting overwhelmed at my top, and my HQ is exposed. Suddenly it's feeling like an HQ rush. I got a lot of troops over here, got a lot of troops over here. That's kind of what it's meant to be, is just an HQ rush. Okay, and He opts to take his tanks down here, and I was kind of like, send him over here. Like if he sent him over here, pressure me hard. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'd pressure him back with tanks, so I guess this was the move. So this caught me by surprise. I remember thinking, oh my god, he's got 2 tanks up here. He's not going to get all the way down here. I had this area locked down. And then he pulled this lander move, and that was when I realized on this map that that's what kind of the lander's for, not just infantry. So I go, oh my god, like, and then I messaged him. I said, good move with the lander, because it was. So I'm like, I'll sack this 5 tank to take his tank out and just start taking up properties. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this tank. I think I'm just gonna end up healing it up. I'll interrupt that cap. Yeah, I agree with that. I'll just another turn of me accruing 100 and him not getting that. Now is when I pop Battlecopter. He's got no anti-air. This can get in the fray immediately. And his anti-air is going to take 1-2 turns to get here, and I can even stay out of range of that. So that was a good Battlecopter by me. I don't really agree with him making Battlecopters like this early. I I kind of cover up. I'm like, if you want to take a shot, you're only going to get 1 shot at this, and then I can take a shot from a property. Yep. So here we go. Lander comes back. I just pull back in the woods. Yep. I'm just going to heal it up. I said if you want to come hit me, I'm going to hit you from the city with a full health tank. If that's what he wanted to do to interrupt my cap. Here we go. It is Punk Rocket's turn. Cap. I mean, it's just kind of a useless infantry for both of us, so he just cleans up. Yep, all good stuff. This is my property, and this is my property, and he's got a pretty good foothold over here. So, yep, and I knew that was going to happen, and I knew that was going to happen, but I had to take out the Battlecopter. There's no doubt about it. And a 3 Battlecopter, a 3 Jess Battlecopter will still bring this to 5 health. Still very useful. That was just a good trade for me, period. And then he interrupts with the infantry. Good move. Good move. And then he boosts another infantry. He is, oh man, he forgoes this cap. I wouldn't have done that. I think I would have capped and joint capped, because then you're guaranteed to get it next turn. What am I guess I could have interrupted it. No, he would have been guaranteed to get that next turn. So foregoing that cap was just really, I mean, that is a nice income swing. That is a 2,000 income swing, minus 1,000 here, plus 1,000 there. So him not capping that, I think that was a mistake. That was his property to capture. Goes double tank as Jess. Yes, very good. Here we go. The first turbocharge of the game. Really, really good power. Here we go. All right. I was playing Jess's theme, right? Okay, good. Okay, here we go. So turbocharge comes out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's just for the boosted damage. And then I can move. It's just for the sake of moving this closer to the Battlecopter too. I can get a cap there. I don't get any boosted movement on the Battlecopter. Oh, I forgot to comment on this last turn. I remember I built this Battlecopter. He did not build an anti-air. I remember thinking, what are you doing? Because I have full harass over your infantry and tanks if you want to bring them. With this Battlecopter, you see a Battlecopter, you have to build an anti-air. Bottom line, I get free harass over here until you build one. So build one, and then I just get some reinforcements up here. It's an infantry battle, so I'll bring some infantry up to fight. And then I was like, it's a good shot. I get 20% boosted damage. Boom, good. Just kind of crippling him now. I interrupt this cap instead of taking this out because I'm like, what is this gonna do? 4 versus 8. 3 versus 8. I'm going to interrupt this cap. That was a good move by me. And then, just kind of throwing this infantry away, honestly. I mean, I really am. I remember thinking I should not have done that. Because that's just good for nothing. But just to put pressure on his HQ, basically. Okay, here we come. And then I go another Battlecopter. I'm like, you didn't make an anti-air. That's just another turn of harass for now 2 Battlecopters, and then I can pull back when the anti-air shows up. But I'm like, I'm just trying to stop the infantry roll here. My comm tower is in big danger of getting killed here. So then I go Battlecopter 2 infantry, kind of pull back and just guard my HQ. And then he pops his turbocharge. He did not pop his super. And I guess I agree with that. You'll have a little bit of residual power left over, so you don't need to pop the super, and the super wouldn't have got this in range of anything. So good move. Yep, just goes and interrupts a comm tower for free. Like I said, I can't reach with this or this, so it's a free infantry that I just threw away. Bad move by me. And then he interrupts further. I mean, you don't need to kill my infantry there. I don't know why they did that. You could have pulled this back for repairs and have it been a little bit of a threat, because then I would have been forced to... I would have pulled this back for repairs is all I'm saying. That infantry was at 4. I wasn't going to get it. Pull these back. Get them out of here. Pull them all the way back here. You know, why not? Why? You don't have to interrupt it all the way. And then, oh, he's super scared. I mean, pull this in for repairs. You don't need to do that. And then pretty standard engagements. Yep, he's just kind of moving his infantry around, and he'll get this eventually. He could have had it for 2 turns now, or 1 turn at least. And next turn he would have had it for 2 turns. So he missed out on 2,000 of him getting 2,000 and me losing 2,000. For what? Nothing. So he should have capped it that turn. Just moving out, and he reinforces this front again, and I was like, damn. The fighting is all right here, and then we just got skirmishes up here. And then he goes battlecopter. There's the anti-air. So good on him. If he didn't build that, I would have just had completely free range. Okay, standard cap. I'm like, why not? And then look what I'm doing. These tanks over here, I'm kind of front switching. I got 2 tanks kind of in the top with no pressure from any other tanks, and now this tank can help with this anti-air. I'm like, this is good. Okay. Moving out, and yeah, I'll just clean that up and keep my tank so I can be loose with it. I can go up or I can go right. Okay, coming back. Yeah, nothing. Yep, nothing to report here. Double tank, triple tank. I was like, you know, I suppose I could have just built a medium tank and then some other stuff, but I'm like, I like just swarming, and I'm like, he's got 2 tanks here. I'm just gonna swarm him. With tanks, and I can send one up here to take care of this anti-air and have my copters have free range. So yeah, so he did not interrupt this cap in time, and I got it. And now we're still even on. Oh, we're not even on properties. He's got a 2 property lead because I don't have this one, and I don't have this one. So he's doing pretty good. He could have been doing better, like I said, but he's doing pretty good. I mean, that's a good shot. I have to, if I want to shoot at that, I have to hit him on the city. I have anti-air threatening this area now. Pretty standard infantry engagements. Yeah, I mean, ooh, that I was like, oh sheesh. I'm in trouble with my comm tower now. I do not want this to happen. Yep, sends all of his infantry over here, just to basically HQ rush me, but he doesn't have the firepower to do it. So, yep. Yep, that's really good. Pulls the battlecopter back because this would kill him, and now he's got all I can do is hit him with a 3. Still going to do damage, but ooh, pulls both battlecopters back. Very nice, very nice. And then he sees my 3 tanks and says, "Okay, I'm just going to go medium tank." Good move. 3 tanks to a medium tank. That's too much resources to shoot out a medium tank, and it's going to get really good shots back. The only way to dislodge it is multiple battlecopters or a medium tank of my own. Okay. I go, yeah, so that's a good interrupt. Look, I'm like, so this is where you can count, right? Because I'm like, okay, he's going to get +1 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. +1 move will put him here or here. I'm chilling. He's not going to get a superpower. I'm chilling. And then, look, I'm like, I don't really care about this anymore. I'm going to just full reinforce this and just start picking off infantry. And then I see his coppers go up there. Okay, I'll just follow you. Yeah, it's a good shot. So he can't take a 5 joint cap and then maybe take another 5 next turn. And then I mean, I already have tanks in that area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, if I want at least some tanks in this area, this was the better move. I mean, again, just kind of throwing this away, but if he wants to interrupt, I could hit him. Yeah, I'll hit him with the full health tank, and then these 2 can follow up, so not the worst. Okay. moving out, moving out, and then yeah, free copter engagements. You're not gonna get your super. You're not gonna take that out. So that's a free, completely free engagement. I respond with a medium tank, and then I unfortunately have to factory skip there, and he does not load up his lander. He starts moving that tank out to the top to take care of these. Okay, here he goes. Just taking infantry engagements. Yep. And then yeah, so. Okay, so why did he do that? 1, 2, 3. He only moves at 4. I think he was maybe, yeah. I mean, I have tanks in the area threatening it, so now I can just circumvent this because of my tanks in the area. So, yep, that's just the like I said, anti-air battlecopter tanks. It's kind of just a strategy. All right, here comes the battlecopters, and then yeah. So now I was like, ooh, that was kind of foolish of him. I'm going to get some pretty clean shots off at his tank next turn. No doubt about that. And then, yeah, this is covered up, but I'll still get some pretty good shots off. He goes trip tank. There's a lot you can do with that. It's a pretty good move. Okay, he grabs it. All right, moving out, moving out. Just basic tank or infantry movement. Yeah, and then I was like, all right, this is now 6 away. Looking pretty good. And I'll join cap of full infantry. I'll get a little income back for it, and it's at 6. He's going to have to commit to interrupting this now, and if he does, ba-boom, I got a medium tank, and my power's charging. Yeah, I take the infantry engagement? Oh, I take the infantry engagement because I think I can one-shot the 6 and it'll stop healing. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good move. Bang, and then like if they stick, you know, and then I have this tank to reinforce. So I felt pretty confident. He'll only get 1 clean shot off with a full health tank to whatever one he chooses, and then I can follow up with this tank next turn. So good move by me. What did I do there? I knew this was not in range, and I was like, ooh, is he gonna get a superpower? Because it can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it'd have to go 6, 7 with a superpower to hit me. And I was like, I don't think he's going to get a superpower. So, yep, now I'm just flying my battlecopters out of range. And it's looking pretty clean over here. And now I can go help down here. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, my tanks aren't even in range of these battlecopters. So I think this was all pretty decent, well thought out movement by me. Okay. This is day 14. It rolls in. He's going to go reinforce. Good move. Good move. It's a slugfest down here. That is for sure. Good. Like with this 4 tank, like what did he do? What did he do? He cleaned up a 2 infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move that tank back and regen it, man. That tank is gone next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to get a shot with a medium tank, but the tank's gone, and what did you accomplish? A 2 infantry gone. This 4 tank is very valuable. It'll be a 6 tank next turn. So heal it. Don't just throw it away like that. He's just throwing away his infantry. He could be healing this up in a situation where I'd have to go in and then I'd get hit by battlecopters. Just throwing it away. Bad move by Punk Rocket there. Here we go. Moving in. Yeah, moving. I mean, like, yeah. Nothing threatens this. He can go wherever he wants with this. If I want to hit it with this, I mean, he doesn't want to take a battlecopter shot. That is fair. Okay, my turn. Okay, here we go. So now our cap game is finally equalized. On day 15, he's had an income advantage for a long time. And, but even with that income advantage, I'm very close in value to him. So he just didn't use it correctly. That's a infantry thrown away. And then I went, oh, I just put that in range of the anti-air. And I kind of went, oh shit, that's a dead battlecopter. And he's got a pretty heavy wave coming in. So not looking too good for me. And I was like, uh-oh, I need reinforcements over here. So I just quickly get some infantry over there, and then I can come in with another battlecopter. I mean, that's good. That's fine. Okay, and then, yeah, I mean, now that 4 is gone, that could have been a useful tank. And look, I pulled this back for repairs. And then I can take out this 4, and suddenly I'm like, I got a medium tank, 3 semi-healthy tanks in range and an anti-air to take care of this battlecopter, I'm posed for an HQ rush. I feel like I was doing pretty well. Okay, smacks. I knew that was gone, and yeah, I mean, really good engagement. That only went from 8 to 3, so that's just battlecopter right there. It was an 8 health tank, and I believe in Advanced Wars, the lower health you are, actually the more damage you take. Any other champ or any other CO, that would be 2 or 1. That was probably a low roll on Jess. And here comes the turbocharge. I don't know if we're going to see a CO power, but I'm going to switch over the music here. And here we go. So she goes a turbocharge. Ooh. Yeah, needless to say, I didn't calculate that. Now this is looking pretty damn bad. I mean, it's looking pretty bad. But, I think I popped the Super CO theme a little too soon, because I got something big coming in. And, yeah, suddenly all that confidence is gone because these reinforcements are miles away. He's got 3 tanks and a battlecopter in the area that's out of range of my anti-air. But, yeah, not even with the CO power can I reach that battlecopter. I remember being a little disappointed. He goes another medium tank. And as day 16 rolls in, I'm kind of looking at the board going, I think I blew it, and I'm gonna have to work pretty hard to figure something out here. Overdrive plus 40 to attack, and you also get a plus 10 defense boost with all powers and superpowers. So here we go. How am I gonna use it? And that's what I needed to use that for. And I got a low roll on this. I was like, so she had power. She had plus 10% defense because of this power, and that's why I could. Otherwise, that's a one-shot every time. And I get plus 10% attack to my battlecopters on my power. So, plus I have a comm tower, so now this battlecopter is boosted by a plus 10 instead of a minus 10. It's all the way to plus 10 because of the power in the comm tower. Move in, protect my HQ, and most importantly, protect this. This is my lifeline. 2 battlecopters in the area. If this goes down, I'm getting harassed, and that's game over. So I think I'm just gonna move up towards your HQ, force you to take infantry engagements, and this is where the 2 move really helped me out, because I think 2 movement came in clutch there all the way down to 1, and with a plus 20% boosted, bam, that's on a property, really good, and I can clean up. A 3 versus a 2, that's a good engage. Yeah, this is going to get gobbled up before, but to get that just get the 2 off the board, that was definitely worth it. And then check this out. Oh, you never see that, do ya? That's a just superpower plus a comm tower. That's going to give that anti-air plus 50% attack. Just ain't that bad, and it's gone. What is this going to do? Take a shot at this? Bye bye. I have an anti-air in the area. And suddenly that turbocharge, basically this snake move right here that let me put this down to 1, has got me back in the game. And I was like, okay. So check this out. You want to interrupt me capping your comm tower? That's a free battlecopter for me, and then I'll come in next turn with a new one, and I'll go for your HQ. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What did I do there? What happened? Oh, I saw this 3 alive. Very cool. Yeah, you got nothing, dude. I was like, all right, I'm feeling good. I said, you know what? This needs a solution. That's not a helicopter. That's not a battlecopter. I'm gonna just ferry a medium tank over next turn. He goes, yep, interrupts. That's still so free for me. And then he doesn't come down with this because I can stop him. What does he have in this area that's gonna save this next turn? What does he have? Nothing. Here's the move of the game for him. Medium tank on his HQ. So when my turn came around, I remember thinking, how am I ever going to dislodge that? Ever. Hold on, I'm thinking the volume might be a little too loud on the music. I'll turn it down. All right, cool. He's got 4 defense stars. If I said it, if I hit this with my medium tank, I go down to 7, and then so he'll go down to 6. I'll go down to 7. Next turn, it's an 8 versus a 6, and he's on his HQ. You'd be a fool to strike that medium tank on that on an HQ like that. So I remember thinking, I just gotta pull back. So then she pops so hold on. She had it. Hold on. No, she didn't have it. She needed to pick it up. Picks up an engagement she would have taken anyway. Pops turbocharge. And ooh, cleans that up. Didn't want to see that charging up or healing up anymore. And then really clean engagement. Was able to utilize that. 1 health anti-air after all. Which that sucks, but I wasn't going to do anything with that 1 health battlecopter anyway. Units march forward. God, this game was so back and forth. I mean, look at the income disparity now, the unit disparity. It was so like just last turn, I was looking so good. Like this all looks good. 1 turn later, where'd all my troops go? There's a medium tank sitting on his HQ. There's a battlecopter in the area. What happened? So I'm like, I'm definitely going to keep capping this. I'm going to pick this up. And I remember thinking, this isn't the worst thing. This means nothing to me. You want to hit me with your medium tank? Go ahead. Your HQ is wide open. I'm parking a unit on that, hitting you. Oh, most importantly, I get a shot from your HQ with my medium tank. So what are you going to do? Hit it with your medium tank? No, you're not. Okay. And then I'm like, these are looking pretty safe. You want to pull your tanks back? I'm going to hit you pretty hard with my tanks if you want to interrupt that. And then right out of Punk Rocket's playbook, I do the same thing. It's pretty good. I totally copied him. I probably wouldn't have done that move and thought about it if he hadn't done it. So he taught me a lot of things this game that I'm pretty grateful for. I'm not going to tell you who won, but he definitely taught me a lot about this map, and I definitely want to play on it again. Yep. Pretty good engagement. I got 1 battlecopter, but at what cost? This is a 3. It can still do pretty damn good damage to a... haha, got your anti-air. And then he kind of copies me. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, so he copies me, pushes forward into my base, but what is he going to do about this? I'm not scared. I mean, like, if you take my comm tower, I can take yours. You know, I'm not scared. So, interrupts that cap, but he's at 2. And then, yeah, I mean, he's going to get that. What am I going to do? He's going to get it. But lucky for me, I remember being so excited because I thought I was going to get his comm tower, and then I was going to have 2 comm towers. And then I was playing asynchronously, so I opened back up to this, and I was like, that's too bad. I don't know why he did this. I remember looking at this and going, you have accomplished absolutely nothing. And I remember thinking, well, this is great. He's not going to be able to ferry things over here for a long time now. Goes bomber. Now is when it starts getting dicey. A Jess bomber doesn't do anything. Builds a bomber to base skip on 2 bases and build an infantry. I think this was. I think this move right here. I'm not going to tell you who wins, but let's just say it may have sealed the deal. I get his comm tower. I get 1 turn with 2 comm towers. Am I going to take advantage of it? No. I mean, what am I going to do? So I do this infantry move because I'm like, ooh, I want to keep you locked into your HQ. He could just shoot on me next turn and wipe it out. And I do this multiple times. And every time I do it, I go, why did I just do that? So I said, you know what? This battlecopter is going to run rampant. I know he's going to get a shot off with his bomber. But I did the math. And if he shoots at me with that bomber, I actually deal back a pretty decent amount of damage with my anti-air. So I was like, because I had 3 defense stars, I was like, okay, if you want to hit me with that bomber, I think this move was ridiculously stupid. I'm going to shoot back, and with a Jess anti-air, it's 10% boosted. It's going to get good damage back at you. Okay, roll in tanks. I take a shot with this tank just to kind of. Oh, so I just cripple his basic tank force. Pretty good move. I think that was a good move. He's got 2 weak tanks in the area now. He can shoot at me with this. Maybe I'll come off my HQ. Who knows? Okay. So yeah, this infantry move was so stupid, but all my other moves have been pretty good. He's got no anti-air. On the board I go, holy moly, no anti-air. Time for another battlecopter. Meanwhile, this bomber, I was like, okay, this is going to get low. I'm going to have to drive this closer to it. If this gets low, I'm going to need a backup. I that bomber, even though it's a Jess bomber, was a pretty big threat. Comes in, fully interrupts that cap. Yeah. What did I accomplish by doing that? Minus 1,000 for free. And look, he's got to, waste a couple turns getting that back. Flies it over here. I was like, okay. And now is when the first time ever I used the turn planner. For a couple turns I used it. So he sees my battlecopter, goes anti-air, very smart. Another battlecopter, but I got 2 anti-airs coming. Why would he do this? I'm gonna have two anti-airs in the area. Why would he do this? You should be building a tank, dude. Your Jess, your tanks are gonna hit harder. You need tank reinforcements, because these 2 are low. What is this? Not smart. I think that was a big mistake. Oh, that's right. And I was like, oh, that was the other thing. I was like, all right, dude, you want to hit me with this bomber? This one's going to be, because now obviously he's going to hit me with that bomber. I still have 3 defense stars. I'm going to shoot back and get a good shot off at his bomber. I'm just going to come in with this anti-air and just wait it out. Okay. So, and then I'm like, okay, and then this was super great. Oh, and so I used the move planner for this. I said, how can I leverage this to the fullest extent? Because I was nervous about my other units. So I'm like, I want to threaten this building, but then I said, if he popped, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he wouldn't have got there, but I wanted to plug this up, maybe in case he got his super. So now, let's wait till the end of my turn and kind of talk about his options. Okay, good. I get an anti-air over there. Oh, that's why I did it. I gotta stop talking before I have no idea what I'm actually gonna do. So I gotta stop talking before I know exactly what's gonna happen. I needed an anti-air up here for this battlecopter. Okay, so here we go. And then, okay, so let's talk about his options. Oh, so I got super freaking scared because I said, wait a minute. What if this goes up here to take out this, and this comes here and wipes us out in one shot? What am I going to do? I have no anti-air in the area. A bomber is now going to take this out. I'm going to have no response for this, and he's going to push out. What am I going to do? I was so scared. And that's the move he had to do. I also said, I said, oh, I'm going to block this so his, because now this can only get to here. This bomber can only get to here. And even with it, her superpower, it doesn't affect planes. So I said, whew, I'm out of the clear. But then I realized 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I pulled out the move planner and I just did some math. I did math to the point where I realized that if he did that, this would be open. He wouldn't hit this. I would begin capping this and then cover around with... I said, okay, if he does that, that is the turn he needed to take. He goes boom here, hits this, bombs this. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't even have a medium tank to come at this anymore. Hits this. I did the math. This is left at 1 health. Hits this. This is wiped off with a turbocharge. Bombs this. What am I going to do? I have no response for this. And then I need to build a fighter because I can't build an anti-air is not going to take out a bomber. It's going to just hit it. I needed to build a fighter. I pulled out the move planner and I said, okay, if he does that, I can get a cap on his HQ. I can surround his HQ. And then at the end of the day, it was kind of funny because then I said I would pop my turbocharge. I would have the only thing he could do is hit a tank with his bomber right here, and he had a 25% of one-shotting it. That's what the move planner said, a 25% chance of one-shotting the tank. This tank that was then here would then come interrupt my cap on his HQ, and then of course he'd mop up with his medium tank around the HQ, and then my game would be over. I would have no way of stopping it. Let's just say he didn't freaking do that. First of all, he doesn't pop turbocharge, and he just takes out my infantry. I was like, oh dude, that was so not smart. You had me so scared, and he starts pulling back. This is the exact opposite of what I thought was going to happen. And he's just kind of reamassing his army here because I have lots of threats in this area now. Pretty smart. What are you doing? I have a turbocharged anti-air that's going to hit you next turn. What are you doing? That was like the opposite of what needed to be done. Then he just waits it on his HQ. He doesn't even mop this up. If he mops this up, what am I going to hit him with? I mean, yeah, I'll go on to his HQ. You know, that she said I would have gone on to his HQ and then capped. So that was smart of him not to do that. And I was like, okay, I won. I was like, okay, I win. Like, what are you thinking? You had the game in your hand. I gave you that game, but I won. And then I said, all right, time to start dislodging this medium tank. If I can't hit it with a tank, I'm gonna just swarm you with anti-air or artillery and just get it done. Pull tanks to the bottom because I know it's going to be an HQ rush now with my anti-air. It's going to be slow, but I can get it done. Comes in, interrupt. I'm just going to kill this. I'm going to kill that with my anti-air. Why'd you do that? You could have just interrupted with the infantry. Instead, you gave me a battle copter. So let's wait till after his turn, so it's completely fair. But we have to review. And then he goes Megatank, and I know what he's thinking. He's going to put the Megatank on his HQ, and that's when I said, "Okay, now it's definitely over. What are you doing? This has 4 movement on it. 4 movement. I'll just run around it the whole time. I'll drain it, and then I said, fine. If you want to park that on your HQ, I'm going to win by cap. Overdrive, baby, superpower coming in. Let's see what I do with it. Yep." Clean up your bomber. You have wasted that bomber. Let's think about what that bomber did. He brought this down to 4 health. He's drained me of 2 turns of repairing it. Now it's gone. Now your bomber's gone. Battlecopter's gone. And then check this out. What's going to stop me from doing this? Well, the medium tank, actually. So, but I was like, okay, yeah, then bring your medium tank off. But then I should have realized he would have just put this in and blah, 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 blah. So this was a bad move. This was a bad move. But I didn't have an out for this infantry. I just should have weakened this infantry. What am I doing up here? All right, with overdrive, I can one-shot this infantry with a tank. Then come in, get an overdrive hit on that medium tank. Now what are you going to do about this medium tank in this area? Just a complete throw from Punk Rocket. Really, he had the game. He had the game. In his pocket, and he threw it away. Here I come. Oh, so before I buy, let's talk about troop disparity. I'm up 50k. He was up like 20k at one point, and he threw it all away with that bomber buy. And that was the beginning of the end. And now I'm just like, honestly, I don't know what to build. All of these units are completely safe. They're completely safe to do whatever they want up here. There's no medium tank threatening it. There's only a mega tank on the board. I want to get more infantry over here quickly. So let's make a yeah, he goes into overdrive. Yeah, one shots my infantry. I'm not gonna capture his HQ, guys. I wasn't gonna anyway, because why? I wasn't going to anyway. I was going to try, but I wasn't going to. And then look, he just kind of leaves all of these properties sitting over here. All right. I go, yep, I'm going to start capping this. I'm going to surround it. What is he going to do? That's mine now. That's my comm tower. I'm going to be up 2 comm towers, and you're going to have nothing. Just start. I'm like, I guess I want to capture more. And then, yeah, I set up a nice... If he wants to come hit me with something, I just have artillery covering everything. Just start building. Comes in, backs up, and he's gonna think about going for this. Yep. And, yeah, I mean, taking out my units here, and, I mean, he... So I know it's the end of the game. I hope this is him just saying, oh, it's over, and, like, bring this back for repairs, dude. That's going to be gone next turn, and all you've done is killed a 1 infantry. Good, he's repairing. That's eating up. That's going to eat up a lot of income, but it's better than nothing. You're just going to repair it back up. Okay, builds all these. My turn. Yep, that's my comm tower. I am doing plus 30% damage, like with all of my tanks, with all my ground units. Get some infantry going up here for these properties. I got 3 artillery rolling in, and allow me to just mop up literally all of your forces in the middle. Yep. So all that move planner stressing out was for nothing, because he really did blow it. He should have recognized that there were 2 anti-airs in the area, and he could have blown them both up, and then his bomber would have been free to do whatever he wanted. But instead, he didn't. Even with the Megatank, he resigns. Bingo! Round 1 of the Mang's Egg Cup Season 2. For BaseCon 1997, that's me. Connor Everything, too, but this is my name on Advanced Wars by Web. Yeah, really fun match. He reached out and said, hey, man, really good game. I thought that was really cool of him. That's really hard for me to do whenever I lose. I just want to pop open the message and just get as salty as I possibly can, but that was good on him for being a good sport and saying GG. I'm currently waiting for them to put me into the next round, so hopefully that gets done sooner than later, but really good game. Thanks. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments. Leave a like, and yeah, I have a game that I'm going to cast against a celebrity guest. Not gonna say who it is, but he's pretty big, and I'm gonna upload it to this channel. So don't lose track of my channel if you want to see that. So subscribe. All right, thanks, guys.